it's gonna ask for a business address, and you don't want your house address to be a business address because you know it's going to be public. Everybody's gonna know where you live pretty much, and they could be like sending you spam mails or whatever case it may be. So for your own protection, you want to have a
Who on Barbie D? Who on Barbie D? Everybody who you gotta see. Honestly, on my odyssey, on the baddest beat. I don't even.
What's good, the realest gang? Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, the realest Barbie D, and in this channel I talk about entrepreneurship, starting your own online business, and motivation. So if you're up for that information, then go ahead and subscribe down below and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any video that I upload, because I be spilling out some gems for y'all. So in this video I want to talk to you guys about 10 things that you need to know before you start your own online business, or even if you already got started. These are the things that you want to know and know which ones to prioritize based on where you're at in your journey. So I have these 10 things, legal stuff, based on priority, that you need to learn. So the first one I want to go over about is your business name. So a lot of new business owners try to come up with some kind of random name, right? It could be your name. Like I've seen a lot of people like using like lashes by, you know, their name, or minks by this, you know, name. And you know, a lot of people have been using the same names over and over, and I noticed that as I've seen on Instagram and, you know, just based on what I've seen. But you want to make sure that you do your research and not copy other people's company name. So like if it was me, you know, like if you try to copy my brand name. By the way, I own a lash brand and it's called Luscious Eyelashes. Follow that on Instagram, check it out. I'll buy you some lashes, support your girl. But I also do wholesale lashes. I help with custom packaging and helping you build your own brand. If you need a website design, I can also help with that. Click the link in the description below. But when it comes to business name research, you want to make sure that, you know, you type it in on Google, you look it up on social media, Instagram, Facebook. And you know, if they're from a different country, maybe it's not really like that big of a deal, but make sure you're not copying or you're not using the same exact business name from a different company. And some tools that you can use to make sure that you're not using another company's name is to go to a trademark lookup search. So I'm going to also go ahead and link that link. So trademark lookup, that is something that you also want to look into for a long term, but you only want to do a trademark. You want to only pay for trademark if you're for sure 100% that this is your brand name and your logo and your business name. You know what I'm saying? Like if you are still kind of deciding, you know, you might change it later, then don't do it yet, because it's kind of costly to actually do a trademark. So trademark and LLC name are two different things. Trademark is more like globally. So like for example, if your business name is in US and somebody from a different country wants to use the same name, I don't think, you know, they can do that. Otherwise, you know, that would be a legal issue. So the main thing that you want to look up is Google. So you want to look up on Google, and then you want to look up on Facebook, Instagram mostly. So you want to make sure that yours is unique, and in order to do that, you can just come up with your own brand. So you want to make sure that you actually have a brand. So you want to have like a logo that's very unique to its own branding. So when I say brand, a brand is not only a business name or a logo. You know, it comes with like personality, it comes with the color scheme. It could be like purple and pink, it could be black and gold, you know what I'm saying? Like you want to make sure that your branding and the whole company's idea is like consistent. So whenever I buy something from you, the packaging should reflect the brand. And then when I go to your website, like I would see the same thing. So for example, if you're into like let's say everything is like glitters, right? So your lip gloss business or lash business could be like always like glitter theme. So your packaging could be like a lot of glitters, and then when I go to your website, it should be like the same thing, same visual. So that goes into like the business name, is the branding. So you want to make sure you're very original to your own way. So number 2 is domain name. So when you're looking it up, when you're looking up your business name, make sure that the domain name is like your businessname.com. So you can either type it on Google, or you can also go to GoDaddy.com and go to their search bar and make sure that the domain name that you want to use for your website is not taken yet. And you know, because if you don't buy that domain name, somebody might take that name. So for my wholesale lash business, the website domain is shopwholesalelashes.com. So I wanted to make sure that nobody else would take that name, because I think it's very like smart and unique and very like straight to the point. So I went ahead and bought that domain name, and that's probably at least like $12 or $12 to $14 per year. But as I mentioned on my other videos before, they also have like a 99 cents for if you're new, if you've never bought a domain name before and you don't have an account with GoDaddy.com, you can get it for like 99 cents. And you want to make sure that as soon as you figure out, okay, this is my business name, now I need to buy a domain name. And this is something that you don't want to skip, because I've seen a lot of like new business owners that they're okay with like my business name .myshopify.com or like .big cartel or .wix, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not very official. If you are really serious about starting your online business, then you want to make sure that you make it official. Because like, what if somebody else takes your name? You never know. You just never know. So you can't get mad if somebody tried to steal that name and you didn't buy that domain name. You didn't register that. You didn't register that name. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are asking about like registering your name. If you have, when do you need an LLC? Like, do you need it right away? So this is the deal. So I will get into that later, but on my third thing that you need to know is to register your business. So in terms of registering your business, I highly recommend to start with a DBA. So a DBA stands for doing business as. So this is the bare minimum step that you need to do when it comes to starting your own business, to just like at least register. So you register it to your local county, and basically you just type in DBA. So like, for example, Austin, Texas. So Austin is a Travis County. You can just type it on Google, DBA Travis County, and it's gonna look up, or it's gonna pop up like the location where you can go in person or online to actually register. And it's I don't know what it is on other states, but when I registered mine, it was only like $25, which is no brainer. Okay, so that's the first step, is the DBA. So that will allow you to actually like open up a business bank account. If you have a DBA, you can just like show them that certification. Also, if you're trying to apply for some kind of like any kind of business related things like business checkings account, like I said, that's enough proof that you actually have a business. But the thing that I want you to guys know is this is only for like local. So for example, if my business name is, you know, Luscious Eyelashes, so that only covers me in like my county and in my city, in my state. So pretty much anybody can be like using my name. You know, for example, let's say Luscious Eyelashes by Barbie. Okay, so if somebody else from a different state tries to use that name and there's no LLC on it, there's no trademark, they can use it pretty much. So it only covers DBA, or doing business as, only covers you as, you know, registering your name in your city. So the fourth thing that you need to know is registering with LLC. Either register as a sole proprietorship or a LLC. So sole proprietorship meaning it's like you're having a business as you as a person, and the number they use when registering to stuff or to, like, for example, like business checkings account, or like applying for a business loan, or it could be anything related to that, right? Sole proprietorship uses your social security number, and your LLC will use it's called EIN. So EIN is called an employer identification number. So basically, whenever you have an LLC, you separate yourself from the business. So for example, this is me, I'm the business owner, and then I create an LLC, a registered LLC for my business. So this is a separate entity. So whatever happens with the business, for example, it goes bankrupt, okay, it goes like get somebody sue you or whatever, they can't really, like, you personally are not going to be affected because you're a separate being, you're a separate entity. However, an LLC is a separate business, separate entity. So it's like it has its own income, it has its own everything. So basically you can kind of kill this being, you know, if you want it to like die. It's pretty much kind of like a separate being. I get questions about when do you want to register your LLC. So I just recently actually did mine. The reason being is because you don't want to like do it, you can do it as soon as you want, but if you're really not really making any sales, you're just now starting, you're just kind of testing the waters, you don't really have to register for an LLC until you're actually making money on your business. So when I say making money, it should be like at least, I would say like 5 to 10 grand a month of revenue on your business. So whenever you get to that point, that's when you should be like doing your LLC. But if you're like making 1 sale per day, you know, that's not much really. So you don't really need LLC for that yet. And the reason also why I say that is because what if you want to expand your business? For example, what if you're just selling lip gloss, and now later on you want to start selling hair and lashes and everything. So what if you want to change your business name? You know, you're gonna have to pay extra for changing, and you know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that your business is like stabilized first, because registering for LLC is kind of, you know, it's a few $100s, depends on what state you're in. But here in Texas, it was like $300. And I would go over like the process of signing up or registering your business with the LLC. So where I registered mine was from this website called inkfile.com. So it was very easy, you know. It did a little research of like if there's a name that already has that name as a LLC, and then, you know, it showed up clear, so I was good to go on that. And also, whenever you register for a LLC, it's gonna ask for a registered agent. So a registered agent is something that you pay separately if you want to have a registered agent. So a registered agent is the person or an office that pretty much handles all like legal stuff for you, like receives your emails and paperwork. And you don't want to, like, there's an option that you could be your own registered agent. You can be your own registered agent, but it's not recommended because, like, for example, if you move addresses, you know, you could be missing important information. If you change your email, if you don't see the email at the right time, you know, if there's some kind of specific legal information that you need to know, you probably would miss it because you're busy operating your business. You know what I mean? So with inkfile.com, where I filed my LLC, they have it for free for a year. And then after a year, I believe it's like $117 or $115 per year, which is not that bad really. I mean, if you're already making money on your business, then you should be making at least $100, right? So per year, it's not per month, it's per year. So it's not bad at all. Whenever you sign up for the LLC online, they usually like ask so many other like extra packages that you may include, but I just say no thanks, no thanks. You know what I mean? Like a lot of those websites, they like keep like upselling you on like stuff that you don't those things that you might not really need. So pay attention and read everything that it's saying there. So you can also file your LLC in person or online, and the way you do it is you just go to your local city and Google like LLC Austin, Texas, for example, and it's gonna show up there, the main website for the government website, and then you're gonna go to forms, and then you're gonna download the form, and then you're gonna fill up all the information, which is just too much job, right? So I just did mine online. So also, so the next one I want to talk about is your having a virtual address. So this is very important whenever, so having a virtual address is very important as for a online business owner. And what it is basically having an address that is officially a business address without using your own personal home address. So for example, if you have an online store, you want to make sure that you have your virtual address instead of your house address. And you know, you can put that on your website, and then also whenever you register your business on either DBA or LLC, it's gonna ask for a business address, and you don't want your house address to be a business address because you know it's going to be public. You know, like everybody's gonna know where you live pretty much, and they could be like sending you spam mails or whatever case it may be. So for your own protection, you want to have a virtual address. So a virtual address is not really like an office that you don't have to have like an office, like especially for a startup, you don't have money to have like your own office. If your home is your home office, then that's fine. But at the same time, you don't want to use your home address. So a virtual address, you just go online, look up virtual address in your city, and when I did mine, it was only $9.99 a month, which is pretty cool because other companies charge like $50 a month. So how it works pretty much is, it was really cool actually. I was kind of like skeptical and kind of scared because I did it online. I was not talking to a person. I was like, okay, I need to make sure that, you know, I'm doing it correctly, that I'm not getting spammed or anything. But the website that I went to is called anytimemailbox.com. So anytimemailbox.com, it lets you choose what address is close to your area. So whenever you have a package or some kind of mail, you can just pick it up whenever you have it. Usually they will scan it to you, and then they will upload it on the portal, and then you can see if you have a mail, what is in the mail, if you have like kind of bills or whatever mail that you get, it'll go to that postal business address. So also, for example, if you had a package that was being returned to you, instead of receiving it directly to your house, they will send it to that address, and then you pick it up to that address. So how it worked was, I signed up for it, you know, $9.99, and then it had to be notarized. So there was actually a person that was like helping me live. Like she was helping me, like we did a video chat, and then the paperwork that I was signing, you know, like everything was like recorded. So I felt safe, and I felt like, you know, I know what's going on. Like she knows what she's talking about, and I know what I'm getting myself into. So you can use any company, but the company that I used, or the website that I went to, is called anytimemailbox.com. Okay, so the fifth thing that I want to talk to you guys about is getting a seller's permit. So whenever you get your LLC, you want to get a seller's permit, and this is also known as sales tax permit. So whenever you get an LLC, you have to be able to get to collect taxes, because the government is going to tax your business. So a seller's permit is, I believe it's free. I'm not sure about your city and state, but I know when I looked up in my city, it's free, and you can go online to get it. And whenever you get a seller's permit or a sales tax permit, and whenever you apply for a seller's permit, it's gonna ask for your EIN number. So another thing that I want to talk to you guys about is the EIN number. So EIN is actually, it's kind of like a social security number for your business. So for us people, we have social security number, right? And a business has an EIN. It's called employer identification number. So EIN is something that you need if you're trying to get funding for your business, or trying to get a business checkings account. If you are registering for some kind of business loan, you know, that's the number that they will need. It's an EIN. So first you get a DBA, and then LLC, and then a seller's permit. And also, before I forget, you actually you're not legally allowed to collect taxes if you don't have a seller's permit. And if you don't have a seller's permit, that means you don't have an LLC yet, right? So basically you can wait for the LLC, wait for the sellers, wait for the sales tax to collect taxes on your website until you're actually like officially registered with the LLC. I hope I'm making sense. So first that you need is the DBA first, and register that first. Register DBA first, and then register your domain name, your website name, and create your website. So next thing I want to talk about is getting a business checkings and savings account. So you can actually get your business checkings and savings just by having a DBA. So whenever you have your DBA certification paper, you can just have a copy, or you know, just bring the original and bring it to the bank, and they're going to make a copy of it, and basically that is enough proof that you have your own business. So it's important to have a business checkings account, because you want to separate your own personal checkings account and your business account, because you don't want them to be mixed. You don't want to be using your business's money to pay your own bills, because the money that you make on your business is supposed to be, you know, being or you're supposed to be using your money that are coming into your business as a reinvestment to buy more inventory, to pay for your expenses, your marketing, your website, stuff like that. When I registered my LLC, they have the option to connect me with a Bank of America business checkings, what's it called, like a administrator or somebody that can help me open up a business checkings account, which is completely free service from them. So what it is somebody from the bank helps me, you know, create a online checking account. Not literally just online, but like in person. They will send you a debit card, you know. They like, a lot of times, even now, I think Bank of America has like a promo where, you know, if you spend a certain amount of dollars, they will reimburse your account and give you like extra, like from $350 to $450. So if you have a positive account with them, they actually like give you money. So, which is, you know, a no-brainer. Like a lot of like banks do that. Some, you know, maybe like Chase Bank, Wells Fargo does that too. Bank of America is the one. Bank of America and Chase are the two banks that I know that always have like some kind of promo where if you open up your account, your business checkings account, within, you know, 30 days, and then you have a positive balance of certain amount, and you spend money certain amount. It's like they just want a positive, healthy account, and then they actually give you the money, which is like $300, $350 is like, that's a lot. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So next is going to have a bookkeeping. And so basically a bookkeeping is like keeping track of what's coming in and what's going out, like money wise. So for example, if you bought inventory, you want to make sure that you're tracking how much you're spending, you know, for inventory. How much did you spend for your website? How much did you spend for marketing? How much did you spend for business cards, you know, for shipping supplies? You want to keep track of how much you're spending, okay? And you want to make sure that whatever you're spending is coming out from the same account. And you also want to record and keep track of the money that are coming in. So for example, today you made like 5 sales. You know, you want to make sure that day, you know how much money came in. So even if, for example, you're sending out your lashes, your package to an ambassador, affiliate, or Instagram influencer, you should also keep track of that inventory. You know, you don't want to be confused of like, okay, what happened to this money? And then you forget that, oh, I sent some package to an Instagram influencer or ambassador. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep track everything, like what's going out and what's coming in. So an app or a software, they also have an app, but a software that I recommend and I like, and it's very simple, it's called QuickBooks. So they also have like a 30-day free trial, and they also have a feature where you can link, or they can integrate your checkings account, your business checkings account, to your QuickBooks. So, and then every time you spend money, for example, on Amazon, for your supplies, for your office supplies, for your inventory, for your marketing, it would automatically sync everything on the software, so you don't have to do it manually. Or if you want to be difficult, then create your own. If you're like more of like a visual, writing things down, then you can create a Excel sheet. So you can either create an Excel sheet, or you can track it by writing things down like on a paper. So this is what I printed it myself, but this is for like purchasing inventory list. I created this template and I printed it on my printer. So you can create something like that when it comes to, you know, keeping track of your inventory, keeping track of your expenses. So, you know, when you're starting out, it's really easy to just kind of like know how much money is coming in and going out. But trust me, it's gonna get overwhelming. You never know when you get like crazy amount of sales. You never know. You just never know. So you want to make sure that you're getting used to keeping track and being organized, pretty much. Next thing I want to talk about is having a website or a landing page. So social media is not a website. So social media is a platform where we get our clients or customers, right? That's where we find them. But selling on your social media with just like a Cash App or Venmo or PayPal it's not making your business trustworthy, and it's not very it doesn't look good. It's not making it official. It's not very trustworthy. It's very just ghetto, and just trust me, you need a website. Don't think that it's not important, okay? So if you're selling mostly in person, that's fine, but eventually you're gonna have to have a website. And one thing I want to show you guys, so before I forget, I wanted to show you this. So this is what I got from Shopify, and I believe I got this for free. So basically what it is a POS system, or point of sale system. So if I want to sell lashes in person, then I can just connect this to my Bluetooth, and then I can have people swipe their card here instead of like if they don't have cash, if they don't have Venmo, if they don't have PayPal, if they don't have Cash App, then they can charge. Then I can charge them with their credit card or debit card. So you can order this, I believe, for free with Shopify. And Shopify is the platform that I use for my online store. That's why I highly recommend it, because they focus on e-commerce and online stores. Pretty much it's the same thing, e-commerce and online stores. So you need to invest on a website, okay? And that's another topic. You don't want your website to be just looking plain with a picture that's really like blurry, and then there's no description. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to have policies on your website. You need to have shipping policy, you need to have terms and condition, you need to have privacy policy, you need to have a contact page. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to have all these things on your website. If you want me to create a different video about like checklists on a website before you launch, go ahead and comment down below, let me know. And so the last thing I want to talk about that you need for the 10th thing that you need to know is having a marketing and launching strategy. So whenever you start a business, you can't just like launch just like putting up a website and telling everybody like, hey, I started a business, surprise. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot, I mean, if you do that, then you're less likely going to be successful long term. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, whenever we launch to the world saying like, hey, so, you know, my store is now online, go ahead and purchase. And then if only one person went or nobody went there and bought something on the first day, you would get discouraged, right? So the proper way of launching a business is creating a landing page and building a list, building an email list, and building your audience. So whenever, okay, let me give you guys an example. So here in this channel, we're in the beauty industry, right? Because, you know, I talk about selling lashes, you know, yada yada. So I want to give you guys an example. I know most of y'all know who Jeffree Star is, right? Look at how he launches his products. Just watch what he's doing. There's a reason why he's a multi-millionaire. So the way he launches his products is, you know, he kind of gives you a little hint, right? Okay, I'm about to launch something, but I'm not going to tell you everything. So there's a process with launching. First is to validate your product. You want to make sure that there's an audience that are going to buy your product. Are they going to like it? Where are your audience? And how are they going to know? Like, when is the launch date? You need to have a launch date. So the process is to basically hype your audience to learn about your product and your business first and get to know you and get to know what's coming up. Look at how Kylie Cosmetics launched their business. They're not just gonna be like, oh, hey, by the way, surprise, we're launched. No. They give you like a little teaser. They give you a lot of teaser for like 30 days or 2 months. You know what I'm saying? At least. So you want to make sure that you do the same thing, okay? It doesn't mean that you're a small business, that you're not gonna do what bigger businesses are doing. You know, you need to learn, you need to think big. You need to like think about like a strategy. But anyways, you want to make sure that there's a launch. So you want to make sure that you're posting your products first and seeing what the people are gonna say about it, and then entice them to go to your list and be actually on a wait list. You want people waiting. You want people waiting for your product. You want them to be like, you know, I can't wait for this to come out. You know what I'm saying? This thing is launching. Like, I wanna be the first to get it whenever it launches. You know, like, that's how people, like how big businesses sell out on the first day they launch. And the reason being is because they already have this list of their group of people, a list, an email list, subscribers, whatever, or a group of audience that are like waiting, like, when is this gonna launch? Like, I want this right now. You know what I'm saying? And how they do it is like they do advertising. Okay, so they advertise the product first and be like, hey, you know, this is coming up. If you are interested, like, better watch out, put your name on the list. So you need to create a landing page. A website and a landing page are two different things. A landing page is just one page where people can put their information in there. So for example, you're launching your lashes. Okay, let's say you're launching your lashes and you want to make sure that people are going to be excited about it, right, and buy it. So you want to take a lot of pictures and videos of your lashes, of you wearing it, other people wearing it. Now they're going to be like, oh, okay, what is this? You know, when can I buy it? Not yet. If you want to buy it, then put your name on the list and be on the wait list, so that whenever you officially launch and send that email to your customers, to your prospects, saying, hey, we're live, the website is live, you know, go ahead and shop. You want them to actually go there because they've been waiting for it, if that makes sense. So that's the actual process of launching. So when it comes to marketing, you need to have a marketing strategy. So how are you going to get your customers? Are you going to go do a pop-up shop? Are you going to do like a giveaway? You can do a giveaway. You can do Instagram influencer. You can do pop-up shop. You can do any kinds, you know, you can do a lot of marketing. And, you know, this is like a separate topic. So if you want me to go ahead and make a video about how to launch and market your startup online boutique, your online business, your online lash business, comment down in the comment section below that's what you want to hear from me, because there's like step by step by step. It's not just like, hey, website is live, go buy now, because it's gonna be crickets. You don't want to crickets, you know what I'm saying? Like, whenever you launch, you want to have an official launch date. You want to be like a professional. You want to have your website pretty much all figured out, your packaging, everything set up. You don't want to be like shooting yourself in the foot, you know what I mean? So that's it for this for today's video. I hope that you like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you think it's helpful. Let me know in the comment section below what are your thoughts, where you're at in your business. You know, if you're starting a new business, comment down below. What kind of business are you starting? And maybe share your Instagram page so that, you know, we can, you know, this is a community for us. So make sure that you comment down below, like this video, and let's help each other out. I'm here to help you guys out. I'll see you guys on my next video.